because of you. And all I have to say is, don't worry about the stuff.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to IWA Japan's King of the Deathmatches tournament, brought to you by the World Wrestling Network in association with Big Vision Entertainment. Dave Prazak joined at this time by Jared David. We're getting things started off with referee Gypsy Joe being knocked down and Tiger Jeet Singh just going nuts on Mr. Ganosuke.
Yeah, Dave, what a crazy way to kick off the tournament. Barbed wire chain match between Ganosuke and Tiger Jeet Singh, but Tiger Jeet Singh didn't even let them hook up the chain.
I don't think he really cares about the rules. I mean, basically, anything that these men can get their hands on during the course of this match or any match in the tournament, it's all fair game. Using these chairs, tables, the guardrails, you name it, they can put them to use. And we've got barbed wire on the ringside floor as well as the chain still inside the ring, and Tiger Jeet Singh with the steel chair down across the back.
Yeah, Tiger Jeet Singh in the red singlet, a legend in Japan for decades now, and Mr. Ganosuke in the black t-shirt representing the Japan's frontier martial arts wrestling promotion.
A pioneer of the deathmatch style of wrestling. All 8 of the men competing in this tournament are known for their determination, I guess you could say, their guts, their willingness to put their body on the line for the sake of earning a victory despite the consequences physically to their body. I mean, we're going to see barbed wire put to use, explosives. We're going to see glass being put to use. Your finals will feature large explosions around the ringside area. It's going to be crazy.
Well, Dave,
there's no other way to put it.
Let's be honest. All 8 of the men in this tournament are known for one thing, and that's being absolutely insane.
As now they're making their way through the chairs here at Kawasaki Stadium. And they've got several rings to play with. I mean, not necessarily, they don't have to stick to one ring. We've got 3 rings set up at different parts of the stadium here, and all these fans have come to see who is the very best at the deathmatch style of wrestling, who is the king of the deathmatches.
And representatives of IWA Japan, Dave, they had a hunch that things might spill out of the ring. That's why we've got rings all over the place. If you want to fight over to the left side of the stadium and then suddenly get back into a ring, you've got another one waiting for you.
Tiger Jeet Singh with Mr. Ganosuke by the hair, pulling him around the building as referee Gypsy Joe trying to get control. Of course, Gypsy Joe, a legendary deathmatch wrestler in his own right, got very hardcore for that style of wrestling back in the 70s and the 60s. Gypsy Joe still competing today as well, but on this night, assigned as a referee to try to maintain some order between the 8 deathmatch wrestlers in the tournament.
And Gypsy Joe and Tiger Jeet Singh, 2 of the pioneers and innovators of this style of extreme violence. And Mr. Ganosuke, I guess you could say, one of the faces of the new generation.
Without a doubt, set into the ropes, Tiger Jeet Singh ducks his head, gets kicked in the shoulder, drop kick from Ganosuke, takes him down, and again, has Jeet Singh all the way into the corner.
Mr. Ganosuke, not intimidated by the more experienced Tiger Jeet Singh, chopping away at the chest of Tiger Jeet Singh. And, could be going for a DDT here. No, now with a side headlock.
Well, Jeet Singh holding onto that top rope, preventing himself from being taken down, and gets the advantage here.
And if you're Tiger Jeet Singh, let's face it, you want to use your sword. And if you're Mr. Gunisuke, you want to be looking for that Thunder Fire powerbomb made famous by his mentor Atsushi Onita.
Well, things are going very well right here for Tiger Jeet Singh, as he's not the one that's a bloody mess at this point in the matchup. He's in full control, and he takes the action outside of this particular ring back out to the floor.
Yeah, Dave, I had a feeling that things wouldn't last too long in the ring. And sure enough, Tiger Jeet Singh and Mr. Gunisuke back out on the floor. Tiger Jeet Singh in control, just dragging Gunisuke by his hair.
See what he has in mind right here, Tiger Jeet Singh.
Look of determination on the face of Tiger Jeet Singh. This isn't his first rumble around the block, let's be honest. He's been in hundreds, if not thousands of matches like this. Tiger Jeet Singh, you gotta think, is one of the favorites to be crowned the first king of the deathmatch.
Oh yeah, he's fearless. He's not afraid of anything. He's been in matches involving fire in the past. Tiger Jeet Singh, one of the most sadistic wrestlers in professional wrestling history, now just choking away on Gunisuke with the chain inside the original ring that this match started in.
Yeah, both men back in the center ring, and referee Gypsy Joe was hoping that finally he could connect the wrestlers to that chain, and as soon as he tried to do so, Tiger Jeet Singh took the chain and started choking Mr. Gunisuke.
And now he's got that chain in the mouth. There's nowhere for Gunisuke to go from this position. He can't get back to his feet. He's got that steel chain in his mouth. And Jeet Singh in full command.
Tiger Jeet Singh now grabbing the other end of the chain and once again choking Mr. Gunisuke and trying to drag him into the corner.
Can't breathe from this position. You gotta wonder how much longer he's gonna be able to compete in this matchup.
The referee trying to break the hold as Mr. Gunisuke is in the ropes. As silly as that sounds, yes, there are rope breaks. There is a method to the madness in the deathmatch tournament, but Tiger Jeet Singh has no regard, no respect for the official.
Just pulling Gunisuke up by the hair. See what Tiger Jeet Singh has in mind, just measures him for that closed fist strike. As the blood continues to pour out of the forehead of Gunisuke, a headbutt. Trying to come back here, trying to fire back on Jeet Singh.
Yeah, nice counter by Gunisuke. Follows it up with another headbutt. And Tiger Jeet Singh now stumbled in the corner. And this could be Gunisuke's chance to try to mount a comeback.
Just working over the midsection of the chest of Tiger Jeet Singh, firing away, but he's back to his feet. Gunisuke sends him off, going for the drop kick once again, but Jeet Singh put on the brakes, held onto the ropes, and Gunisuke went tumbling down to the canvas.
And there you see the experience of the wily veteran hanging onto the ropes. Gunisuke fell straight down, giving Tiger Jeet Singh now a chance to come back. And Tiger Jeet Singh sends Gunisuke off the ropes. And he's got him. He's got the front choke. Just choking away with his hand.
Oh, and almost had the shoulders down for a count of 3, and able to get that shoulder up at 2.5 to stay in this matchup, to stay in the tournament.
Tiger Jeet Singh now, what could he be going for? He's got the barbed wire board. Dave, is he gonna bring it into the ring? Yes, he does.
Just launches it over the top rope and inside the squared circle. Tiger Jeet Singh now, as Gunisuke works his way back to his feet, but I don't think he knows where he's at. He can't even find Tiger Jeet Singh. There he is. He just booted you in the gut.
Yeah, nice front kick there from Tiger Jeet Singh. And he's got that barbed wire board set up. And once again to the throat.
But this time into the barbed wire he goes. Still applying maximum pressure to the throat of Mr. Gunisuke. Referee Gypsy Joe checking on his condition. Can he hang in there?
The referee may have to stop it here, Dave. He's got the choke in fully, and even if Gunisuke tries to get out of it, he's just going to end up rolling into the barbed wire. And there you have it. The referee has called for the bell, puts a stop to the contest, and a good thing he did, because Gunisuke was out.
And Gypsy Joe gets a shot from Tiger Jeet Singh. Thank you for helping me win this matchup, declaring me the winner. Here's a punch right to the mush. Tiger Jeet Singh advances to the second round.
And here I am in a deathmatch tournament here in Kawasaki Stadium. There's one thing that I understand that probably not many people have thought about, but this is for the king of all death matches. And the funny part about it is, it's just kind of like this world. There can only be one king to a country. And below that king are just a bunch of subjects. And that's what it boils down here today, is that in Kawasaki there's going to be one winner, and you can forget about the rest. And I want to be that winner. But to be that winner, you've got to be tough. You've got to be capable of taking a lot of punishment. You have to have wrestling ability. You have to have staying power. But believe me, you got to have luck on your side. And that's what I'm hoping for, is just for luck to be on my side today, and the good Lord too. And that's always one of the best things that you can have, and one of the most important things that you need when you go into the ring and have a battle like I'm going to have today.
Because you know what? There's a great legend. There's one man that's here today. All these people, the great fans of the IWA, they all know. Everyone in Japan knows. Terry Funk is the greatest living legend of all time. That's why it's an honor for me today to step in the ring with Terry Funk. And it's going to be more of an honor for me to beat Terry Funk right in the middle and go all the way right to the end. And I will be the champion. I will be the greatest to remember IWA.
And Leatherface wasting absolutely no time going after the legendary Terry Funk in your next matchup. Again, the chain inside the ring, barbed wire boards on the floor, able to be put to use by these two men.
And Dave, unlike our opening contest, where neither man was strapped to the chain, at least we've got one of them strapped, but Leatherface didn't want to get strapped. He's going crazy, moonsault off the top, and now Terry Funk in a bad spot, as soon as he got hooked to the chain by the referee, Leatherface blindsided him and hasn't let up at all.
Well, Terry Funk, I guess you could just say he was trying to play by the rules and attach his wrist to the chain, which would then supposedly be attached to Leatherface. He winds up on top of the barbed wire board here. But now Terry Funk, all he's really decided to do is attach a weapon to his wrist that his opponent will always be able to use no matter where he goes. Even if the brawl spills to another area of the building, another ring, he's still going to have that chain attached to him that can be used against him. And now, the chainsaw of Leatherface being utilized.
And you can see now blood on the wrist of Terry Funk as the chainsaw cutting the hands of the Funkster. And the chain may become a factor later on. It may be put to use by Funk as a weapon. But right now, I'd say the chainsaw is a lot more useful than the chain.
Oh, without a doubt, and the referee trying to attach the chain to the wrist of Leatherface. So this is actually going to be a little bit more like an actual chain match than our previous bout, where the referee was not able to attach the two competitors.
Well, this referee has proven to be very persistent.
He's trying to get the wrist of Leatherface.
I don't know if Leatherface understands, you know, what the referee's trying to do here, but here we have it.
And Terry Funk already busted open right above the eye. Yes, it is. And he's wrapping the chain around the throat of Terry Funk. Looks to be cut just above the eye. And going to work on that laceration.
Referee checking on the Funkster, seeing if he wants to give up. And if I know Terry Funk, Dave, you gotta kill the guy. He's not gonna give up here. He's gonna do whatever it takes to find a way to come back. All the punishment he's taken throughout the years. You gotta think again that a guy like a Terry Funk, like we mentioned before with Tiger Jeet Singh, guys like that have to be the favorites in a tournament like this because they've been through so many matches like this. They've seen it all.
But Terry Funk, I mean, throughout his career, he's been in some very memorable brawls all around the world, but not necessarily wrestling with barbed wire and thumbtacks and glass and everything that we will see throughout the course of this tournament. It's really going to be a feather in the cap of Terry Funk as far as something else in his career, accomplishment-wise, if he can come up the winner of a tournament such as this with all these crazy stipulation matches. I mean, we're talking about a former NWA World Champion.
Yeah, and what a great move that was there. using a body scissors to dump Leatherface over the top rope into the barbed wire board. And it's things like that that if Terry Funk can continue to innovate here, he has a very good shot at becoming the first King of the Deathmatch.
And just whipping Leatherface with the chain. Terry Funk has also wrapped the chain around his fist to do even more damage with each punch that he throws. And again, just whipping Leatherface with the chain.
And Terry Funk normally probably has one of the hardest hands in the business. So imagine a Terry Funk left hand with a chain wrapped around it, Dave.
And Leatherface trying to walk away from Terry Funk, but they're still attached at the wrist. And now Leatherface climbing.
Well, Leatherface has had enough. Leatherface wants to get away, climbing up the fence, and Terry Funk chasing him.
And the referee climbing up alongside them, trying to maintain some order in this brawl, just kicking away at the head of Terry Funk, trying to knock him off the fence.
And both men in a very dangerous position here, Dave, all the way atop the fence.
Now Leatherface with the chain wrapped around his fist as these fans go crazy.
God forbid someone gets knocked off the fence here. Not only would that be the end of them in the tournament, that could be the end of their career.
Both men still clinging to that fence. Could tumble down and be in a world of pain. If they could break a leg, break a wrist, break a neck from this height if they were to fall and go crashing down. And now that chain wrapped around the throat of Leatherface once again. Terry Funk crawling over the top of the fence here. Just straddling the top of the fence, and he's got the chain around the throat of Leatherface.
Terry Funk very wisely here, straddling the fence, putting himself in a much safer position. But one big shot from Leatherface knocks him down.
And he's just dangling there, clinging on to the fence to prevent from being sent down. Now straddling a bottom portion of the fence, trying to protect himself from taking a nasty fall.
Leatherface now with the momentum, able to unwind the chain from around his neck. You got to think that Leatherface now able to breathe a lot easier. And Terry Funk now dangling. Can Leatherface knock him off?
Well, Terry Funk finally was able to release his grip on the fence when he was at a safe distance from the ground, and trying to pull on that chain and pull Leatherface back down.
Leatherface, a very large man. Terry Funk not able to pull him down from the fence.
And they had that barbed wire pit right below them as well. Again, just putting that chain to use as a weapon is Leatherface. Terry Funk laying on the ring apron now as the barbed wire board being picked up off the ground and brought inside the ring courtesy of Leatherface.
Leatherface now back inside the ring, as you said. The barbed wire board inside the ring. And both men now connected with the chain. And you gotta think whoever can put their opponent on that board is gonna pick up the victory here.
Referee checking on the condition of Terry Funk to see if he can continue here. The blood flowing out of the head of Terry Funk as the barbed wire board has been propped up in the corner by Leatherface, looking to send Terry Funk into it. Back first into the barbed wire goes Terry Funk, and he tumbles down. Leatherface in control of the matchup.
Leatherface now stalking Terry Funk. And Leatherface, he propped up that board and Irish whipped Terry Funk right into it. And you gotta think now that Terry Funk has gotta be seriously injured as Leatherface continues now to pull him to the outside.
Just driving Terry Funk head first into that table. Gotta wonder if Terry Funk even knows where he's at this point, as now Leatherface positioning the table where he needs it. Still have another barbed wire board here on the floor.
Leatherface now has the table set up in front of the barbed wire board. Terry Funk is back to his feet, and maybe Leatherface is gonna try to set him up on the table.
Fans watching in awe as what's gonna happen next between these two men. Leatherface looks like he's climbing up top. He's gonna take a chance. Terry Funk laying on top of the table, but he gets himself off the table and has the chain in hand. It's a tug of war. And Leatherface goes crashing onto the table off the top turnbuckle.
And Terry Funk wins the tug of war, sends Leatherface crashing down to the floor from the top rope into the table. And can Terry Funk find the strength here to capitalize?
Rolls back inside the ring. Again, these two guys chained at the wrist. So if Terry Funk wants to go back inside the ring, Leatherface is gonna have to follow or pull Funk back out to the floor.
Leatherface back to his feet, making his way back into the ring. But Terry Funk now, he's got the chain wrapped around his fist.
And Leatherface back to his feet, jab from Terry Funk, another jab, another. Big left hand with the chain around the fist, cover! And Terry Funk is your winner, advancing to round number 2.
One down, 2 down, leaves the charm. Leaves the charm. One more. I don't care who it is, I'm ready for him. I'm ready for him. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit who they bring out there. I'm gonna kick their ass. Not this body, because it will be no more. What's out there what I'm putting on the line in front of 40,000 fans, in front of millions of Japanese watching television all over the country, is my pride, my guts, and my heart. Because you don't become the king of the death match by knowing all the moves. You become the king of the death match by kicking out of all the moves, by denying pain, denying suffering, hoping that you can kid yourself just long enough. I'm feeling good, you know, and Cactus, you're going down, boy. You are going down right here in Kawasaki Stadium, and I mean what I say, Jack.
And the countdown begins. Who is going to be the first to grab hold of the barbed wire baseball bat and be able to put it to use against his opponent? We've got a barbed wire bat and a pit of thumbtacks. Terry Gordy and Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Dave, it's our first match in the second bracket, and Terry Gordy wasting no time putting the barbed wire baseball bat to use.
Several shots right across the back of Cactus Jack. He's trying to get out of harm's way. Just duking it out. Terry Gordy, one of the toughest, roughest individuals in professional wrestling. Just pounding away on Cactus Jack, who can absorb unreal amounts of punishment and continue to fight.
Yeah, big right hands right to the eye of Cactus Jack. And Cactus Jack once again retreating, trying to do whatever he can to avoid the punishment of Terry Gordy.
Right in the middle of the ring. Oh, we got that pit of thumbtacks, a hip toss, but luckily for Cactus Jack, he absorbed the maneuver just to the side of that pit of thumbtacks, did not land in the center of them.
And Cactus Jack goes to the eyes of Terry Gordy to try to neutralize his much larger opponent. And now pounding away on the head with elbows and forearms.
Referee Gypsy Joe trying to get in there. But Cactus Jack just firing away at the forehead of Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
And Dave, we've already seen our 2 opening round matchups using the barbed wire chain stipulation. And so in the semifinals, we will have Terry Funk taking on Tiger Jeet Singh, but now it's time to figure out our other semifinals. And we've got the barbed wire bat, we've got the thumbtacks. It's Terry Gordy versus Cactus Jack.
And Gordy firing up on Cactus Jack, trying to drive his face into the thumbtacks here. Cactus Jack trying to put on the brakes. And a headbutt.
Yeah, he does just that, puts on the brakes, hits that headbutt, sends Terry Gordy into the ropes. And now what could Cactus Jack have in mind here?
Sends Terry Gordy, no reversal of the Irish whip, into the ropes. Boot to the midsection of Cactus Jack. Terry Gordy going for the bulldog. And Cactus Jack again putting on the brakes. He wants nothing to do with those thumbtacks. And out to the floor goes Cactus.
Terry Gordy going right after Cactus once again. And both men duking it out on the outside. And Cactus can't seem to make up his mind as to whether he wants to fight on the inside or the outside.
Well, he wanted to drive the head of Terry Gordy into the steel ring post, and that's exactly what he did. And now that he has the advantage, bringing the action back inside in an attempt to send Terry Gordy into these thumbtacks. Trying to get the leverage necessary to drive him down. Gordy, though, belly to back suplex. But again, not into the thumbtacks, just on another portion of the ring.
Cactus Jack makes it back to his feet. Gordy looking for a power bomb.
The Cactus backdrops him over the top and all the way out to the floor.
Terry Gordy now on the floor on the outside. Better watch out because Cactus Jack looks like he's going up top.
Gordy back to his feet on the floor. Cactus getting his balance up on the second turnbuckle. But Gordy beats him to the punch. Has Cactus. Oh, a slam off the turnbuckles to the floor. Gordy just putting the boots to Cactus Jack, kicking him right in the head.
Who cares about putting the boots to him, Dave? He threw him from the top rope to the floor. He needs to get him back inside and go for a cover.
Or soften him up to the point that he can hit a big move into those thumbtacks. Cactus into the buckle. Comes charging with the clothesline, does Gordy. Sends Cactus into the opposite corner. Again, charging with the clothesline, and Cactus down on his knees here. Bad position. Oh, his face was right in the thumbtacks, and Gordy stomping away on the head of Cactus, driving those tacks right into his head.
This is absolutely disgusting, Dave Prazak. The entire face of Cactus Jack is bloody. Terry Gordy, as you said, stomped his head straight into the thumbtacks.
As Cactus just peeled out of the corner, he was in a bad position, face right over the tacks, and Terry Gordy took full advantage of that situation, just like Cactus is about to, now that he has the barbed wire bat in his hand.
Cactus trying to get those thumbtacks out of his face. He's got the bat and right into the face of Gordy.
And he put up his hand on instinct just to try to block it, but he cut his own hand on the barbed wire in the process. And Cactus Jack with full momentum right across the back of Terry Gordy as he was draped over the second rope. And now Cactus with a leg drop to follow up.
Cactus Jack on the outside pulls out Terry Gordy once again. And Cactus Jack appears to be in control of this matchup, but Gordy reverses and clotheslines him over the guardrail into what appears to be press row.
And Cactus landed right on his neck upon impact after tumbling over the guardrail. Face first into the table goes Cactus. Gordy just pounding away. Oh, what could he have in mind? Perhaps a pile driver on the table. Oh! And the tables don't quite give as frequently in Japan as you might see in the United States. Just kicking away at a fallen Cactus Jack. The blood just covering his face.
And Terry Gordy hopefully is going to try to send Cactus into the ring to try to pin him. He's thrown him from the top rope to the floor. He's pile driven him on that table. He's dished out so much punishment, but he needs to try to make a cover.
We still have the pit of thumbtacks inside the ring, and Gordy may be looking for the powerbomb in the tacks. Cactus dropped right in the thumbtacks with the powerbomb, and Gordy's all fired up. Cactus trying to get back to his feet. Thumbtacks all across his body. A second powerbomb. You can see the thumbtack sticking in the head of Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack looks like a human pincushion. There's thumbtacks everywhere as Terry Gordy continues to pound away at the head of Cactus Jack.
And he's got a handful of thumbtacks. Oh, thrown right in the face of Terry Gordy. DDT in the thumbtacks. High impact maneuver right into the tax cover. And Cactus Jack has defeated Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Cactus moves on. The countdown begins for our second barbed wire baseball bat match here in the first round. Thumbtacks as well, Shoji Nakamaki, Hiroshi Ono, as they both charge at the ring. Who's gonna get the bat? And it is Hiroshi Ono swinging the barbed wire baseball bat. It's gonna be hard for some of you to tell these two apart. Nakamaki with the black boots and the taped up elbows and the taped fists, while the white boots and no pads would be Hiroshi Ono, absorbing the barbed wire bat shots right to the chest. Look how tough this guy is.
For people that can't tell them apart, Nakamaki is the one with the largest brain in this tournament, as he's taped up his arms and elbows. You would think if these guys had any brains, they'd tape up everything.
Collar and elbow tie-up in the center of the ring between these two competitors. Neither man giving an inch. Hard lockup, finally backing Nakamaki up against the ropes. And an open hand strikes in succession from Ono, but he fires back. Back and forth they go, and a headbutt from Nakamaki. And again.
Nakamaki and Ono, just fierce fighting strikes back and forth. Neither man yet has really resorted to the deathmatch tactics, but just as I say that, he sends him straight into the table.
Yeah, with the exception of those first few barbed wire bat shots to the chest, it's just hard-hitting action between these two guys. They don't necessarily need to use all of the weapons at their disposal. If they want to, they can just fight. And sent over the barricade into the chairs now. Hiroshi Ono on his back. Nakamaki with chair in hand, right upside the head of Ono.
And these IWA Japan fans know that when the wrestlers come your way, it's time to scatter, because they're going to fight all over the place, and the last thing you want is to get stuck in the crossfire, as Nakamaki now is pulling Ono back to the ring.
And they've got this entire stadium at their disposal if they so choose. They've got 3 different rings to choose from as the blood pours down the face of Hiroshi Ono. But firing back on Nakamaki. And sending him face first into the ring post. That could have busted open Nakamaki right there.
A smart move for Ono, because he is now giving himself a little bit of a chance to get a breather here. As Nakamaki laid out, and now he's biting the forehead of Nakamaki.
Well, if he wasn't busted open from the ring post, perhaps biting away at the flesh will do the trick. As they work their way back inside the ring. Side Russian leg sweep from Ono. Cover! But Nakamaki able to get his shoulder up. And just driving him down into the canvas once again is Ono. But again, Nakamaki able to stay in this thing.
And Ono now could be heading up top. Nakamaki to his feet.
Big flying clothesline off the top rope. Goes for the cover. Again, Nakamaki able to get his shoulder up. On the top of his head, you could see that was just blood pouring out of the top of his head. Big hooking clothesline off the ropes. Ono hitting several high-impact maneuvers to try to put Nakamaki away. Again, not necessarily using the weapons, but more just trying to use professional wrestling holds in order to get the pinfall.
Whatever it takes to win. Nakamaki ducks the clothesline and hits a clothesline of his own, and Ono is down.
But Ono able to kick out. Both of these men can hit very hard. They're pulling out all the stops here. But again, the barbed wire baseball bat has not been utilized very much during the course of this match. Although, they don't really look like 2 guys that haven't been using barbed wire bats.
Oh, these men look like they've been through hell and back. And I guess in a sense they have, as now they're going back to the other ring.
Another portion of hell. They work their way inside the other ring here. Pit of thumbtacks awaits. Jockeying for position over the tacks as Nakamaki with Ono by the hair.
He's trying to find any way he can to rub Ono's face in the thumbtacks, and Ono having none of it.
Able to prevent himself from being sent to the tacks. Half crab. Turns it into the STF. Step over toe hold with the face lock. Will he give it up? The referee asking if he's had enough here. But not submitting, not giving it up. The blood continues to pour out of his head, but he's not saying that he quits. Trying to crawl toward the ring ropes to force a break of the submission.
And now at this point, only about 2 or 3 feet away from that bottom rope. If he can reach that arm all the way out, he should be able to break the hold.
And he does. Nakamaki, handful of hair, pulling Ono back up. You see the blood just pouring down his face. Headbutt from Nakamaki. Still have that pit of thumbtacks inside the ring.
Got a headlock in the corner and bulldogs him right in the center of the ring.
Now that he's got him down, he's going to position the pit of thumbtacks right exactly where he needs it.
The bulldog able to stun Ono just long enough to allow Nakamaki to set up the thumbtacks.
Going for the bulldog into the tacks. Oh! But just drops him on the back of his head into the tacks. Look at all the thumbtacks, not only in his head, but his upper back as well. And again.
2 backdrop suplexes into the tacks. This could be it.
He gets his shoulder up. Unbelievable. Thumbtacks just covering his back, his head, his shoulder, his arms. Shifts his body weight mid-move, does Nakamaki, driving Ono into the tacks. Nakamaki now power bombs Ono into the tacks. He kicks out. What does he have to do to put him away?
Where does Hiroshi Ono get it from?
Ah! Full Nelson face first into the tacks. Shoji Nakamaki scores the pinfall, sweeping the legs while holding onto the full Nelson and driving the face of Hiroshi Ono into the thumbtack. Nakamaki advancing. There's the opening bell, the WWA lightweight title on the line in our next matchup.
Yeah, Flying Kid Ichihara defending the WWA Lightweight Championship against Takashi Okano, and Flying Kid Ichihara looking pretty good in the early going.
Ichihara in the red tights. Side headlock grabbed on Okano. Ichihara off the ropes, shoulder tackle, bowls him over. Cartwheel over top by Ichihara. He passo into the ropes and takes him down with the hip toss. Drop kick to follow up. Ichihara sends Okano to the floor and fakes him out as he came charging off the ropes. All the way to the other side of the ringside area goes Okano to get out of any potential damage that could be inflicted, courtesy of Ichihara.
Here comes Okano, gets taken down by Ichihara, ducks the back elbow, and now it's Okano taking down Ichihara with a flying clothesline.
See if he can maintain the advantage here. He works back to his feet. Looks like he might be favoring that knee. Scoops up Flying Kid Ichihara, plants him with the body slam.
Ichihara down. Kano comes off the ropes, drops the big leg across the throat, hook of the leg.
Only gets two. Ichihara able to kick out. Okano looking to follow up here in his quest of gaining the WWA lightweight title. Vertical suplex. Ichihara feeling the effects, down on the canvas as Okano goes after the leg. He's got a half crab with the leg while standing on the back of the head and the neck of Ichihara. He's got it in the center of the ring. Possibly a submission predicament. Sits all the way back with the half crab, but Ichihara trying to inch his way toward the bottom rope.
And Flying Kid Ichihara able to crawl over to that bottom rope and break the hold, and Takashi Okano can't believe it.
Thrust right to the neck of Flying Kid Ichihara, ringing away on the arm now. Okano sends him into the buckle hard and charges with the clothesline in the corner.
And Flying Kid Ichihara down on the mat, trying to make his way back to his feet. Takashi Okano firmly in control here, but Ichihara reverses out of nowhere, charges in but gets set up and over.
Oh, headbutt from Ichihara all the way up top, moonsault press. Only gets two. Okano able to kick out. Ichihara comes charging with the drop kick, sending Okano to the floor, and Ichihara now soars through the ropes and takes him down.
Suicide dive connects head to head. Okano taken down by what essentially was a flying headbutt by Ichihara. And both men back now in the ring. Ichihara still in control, takes him over with a vertical suplex.
Right into a cover goes Ichihara, but lackadaisical cover, not really hooking that leg tight and trying to keep all of his body weight on the top of his opponent. Right on his head! Cover! Okano able to kick out.
Backdrop suplex, not enough to put away Takashi Okano. Flying Kid Ichihara slams him down, and Ichihara goes back up top.
He sends all the way to the top turnbuckle. Diving headbutt, but nobody home. Okano able to move out of the way.
Swan dive style off the top, but no water in the pool. Blue Thunder Bomb by Okano. No, only two.
Ichihara back to his feet. Landing on his feet. Goes for the backslide. Only two. Okano on the canvas, feeling the effects. Ichihara back to his feet. Another drop kick sends him through the ropes and to the floor. Baseball slide drop kick. Okano struggling to stay back on his feet here. Gets a kick from Ichihara. Acai moonsault.
And Ichihara put his own body on the line to knock down Okano. Ichihara back in the ring first. Here comes Okano. Ichihara didn't even let him get up, Dave.
Scoops him up. Backbreaker right over the knee, plants him. Okano on his back while Ichihara climbs to the top turnbuckle once again. Big splash off the top. But Okano kicks out. He wants that title. German suplex with a bridge. Only two. Picking him up by the hair now. Flying Kid Ichihara. Drives him over the knee once again with the backbreaker.
Ichihara heading up top. Okano in perfect position for moonsault. Oh, but Okano able to move out of the way. La Hamajta Cradle Could this be it?
So close to a new champion. Okano now with flying Kid Ichihara, looking to send him into the ropes. Goes for the drop kick, but Ichihara holds on. Toss him into the ropes. Elevated, going for the head scissors, rolls all the way through! And we got a new champion! Takashi Okano pins the shoulders of flying Kid Ichihara and is the new WWA Lightweight Champion. And we have singles competition, non-tournament action between Iceman in the purple and gold and Kamikaze in the black and gold.
And everyone, Dave, in Kawasaki Stadium cannot wait for our semifinal matches to take place. We're almost there. Terry Funk, Tiger Jeet Singh, Cactus Jack, Nakamaki. It's the final four. But right now we've got Iceman and Kamikaze.
Shoulder tackle from Iceman takes Kamikaze down. Iceman obviously with the weight advantage in this particular matchup. Both men clad in full bodysuits. Can't quite tell about the physique of Kamikaze, but some nice work right there from Iceman, able to take him off his feet. And Iceman dumped over the top, holding onto the top rope though, and for someone his size, skinning the cat right there, taking Kamikaze over the top and out to the floor.
Iceman caught Kamikaze off guard, able to take him over with the head scissors. Watch out, Iceman can take to the air. Flying Iceman takes down Kamikaze.
Action back inside the ring as Iceman set into the ropes by Kamikaze. Spinning heel kick sends Iceman out to the floor, and now Kamikaze takes flight himself. And landing right on his feet. Back inside the ring now, Kamikaze with Iceman. Big body slam. Has him on his back, looking to take a risk, but Iceman quickly getting back to a standing position and connects with a drop kick. You know, for someone his size, Iceman is pulling off some impressive maneuvers.
Yeah, Kamikaze thought he was going to head up top, and Iceman cut him off with that drop kick and left Kamikaze wide open for what could be a superplex.
Both men getting their balance up top, superplex from Iceman. Starring the back of Kamikaze. Iceman crawling toward his opponent to go for the cover here. But Kamikaze able to get his shoulder up off the canvas.
And Dave, still to come, it's the semifinals as Terry Funk and Tiger Jeet Singh will meet in a plate of glass death match, while Cactus Jack and Shoji Nakamaki meet in a bed of nails death match.
Big splash off the top from Iceman, gets all of it. Goes for the cover. Oh, but there was a little hesitation between the impact of the maneuver and going for the cover, and that could have cost him right there. Iceman looking to go up top once again.
And Kamikaze better watch out, as Iceman is a pretty large guy to be coming up the top, but misses the splash. Kamikaze saw him coming and rolled out of the way.
Kamikaze now with Iceman. Powerbomb right in the center of the ring. Hooks the leg. No, Iceman kicks out.
Kamikaze back on the attack. Sends Iceman into the corner.
Follows him in with the clothesline in the corner. And across the ring and again. Kamikaze with the advantage, placing Iceman up top. All the way up top he goes. Top rope Rana. Cover. No, only two. Now Iceman placed up top, has the head of Kamikaze going for the swinging DDT and plants him head first.
Kamikaze is down, Planted right on his head. Can Iceman make the cover? Yes, he does.
Kamikaze with that shoulder up as Iceman argues with the referee's count. Iceman possibly looking for a power bomb. Sit out power bomb this time. But Kamikaze still has enough energy to kick out and continue to fight. Breaks free of the waistlock of his own, and a German suplex from Kamikaze. But Iceman bridging back and has the shoulders down for the 3 count. It is time for your first of 2 semi-final matches, and Tiger Jeet Singh has already gone to work on the referee, who's now on his back on the receiving end of a whole lot of punishment right by that barbed wire board, and Terry Funk takes the action out to the floor himself, going to work on Jeet Singh.
Dave, that's what Tiger Jeet Singh gets for losing focus, paying way too much attention to beating up the referee instead of his opponent, and that gave Terry Funk the opportunity to blindside Tiger Jeet Singh, and now both men fighting in the crowd.
As these fans scurry to get out of harm's way, Jeet Singh just going to work on Terry Funk. Laying on his back, has bandages trying to close the wounds on his head from in first round competition. As Jeet Singh just using the handle right there to go to work on the shoulder of Terry Funk.
And now hit him in the head with the handle.
Terry Funk in a world of pain as Tiger Jeet Singh just stands over him.
Well, Terry Funk's got to be wondering now, was it a bright idea to attack Tiger Jeet Singh on the outside like that and agitate Tiger Jeet Singh?
Well, I think Terry...
I was going to say, if you're going to even have that line of thinking, was it a good idea to even be in this tournament?
Well, that too. But I mean, I think he might have even been coming to the aid of the referee. I mean, what's Tiger Jeet Singh attacking the ref for? The match hadn't even started yet. It's not like he just screwed Tiger Jeet Singh out of the victory.
And he had totally demolished the referee, Dave, to the point where the referee's laying in the barbed wire, and Tiger Jeet Singh is just beating on him repeatedly.
He's going to work on the arm of Terry Funk. It's all Tiger Jeet Singh as Terry Funk just laid out on his back.
Now one of the younger wrestlers on the IWA Japan roster taking away the sword of Tiger Jeet Singh. So now Terry Funk has one less thing to worry about.
But again, whatever Jeet Singh can get his hands on, he's putting to use as a weapon here.
And now it looks like he's broken a piece of a chair and turned it into a weapon.
Oh, and he's just stabbing him right in the arm with it. Terry Funk trying to crawl away from Tiger Jeet Singh, but he continues to go to work on the arm. The arm of Terry Funk as well as the side of the head are lacerated.
Oh, Terry Funk, an absolute bloody mess. And look at Tiger Jeet Singh, there's not really even a scratch on him.
Just standing on the ring apron as Terry Funk laid out on the ringside floor once again. And Jeet Singh's very happy with himself,
Tiger
I guess.
Jeet Singh creeps me out, Dave.
No, that was definitely creepy. Again, using that weapon, that remains of that chair. Referee trying to ask for a little bit of mercy out of Jeet Singh.
And Dave, this is the first of our 2 semi-final matches. This is the plate of glass death match, and you see Terry Funk in the glass, and he's being stabbed in the eye.
And just digging into the arm, into that open wound in the arm of Terry Funk. With the end of that, as you see the broken glass that Terry Funk was just laid out in. He's got to have slices all over his body at the hands of that glass. It'll cut right through those tights, right through that shirt, and through the flesh. Terry Funk trying to get back inside the ring as Jeet Singh steps through the ropes.
Tiger Jeet Singh, Dave, has been in control pretty much the entire matchup. First, it was the attack with the sword, and now the attack with that piece of the chair, and continuing to stab the arm of Terry Funk is Tiger Jeet Singh.
Headbutt from Terry Funk, though. Firing back on Tiger Jeet Singh, and now Funk's got that part of the chair, that steel chair. Well, so much for Terry Funk watching out for the referee.
Well, the referee now has managed to get on the bad side of both of these competitors. And even as this match is still getting on, the question remains, who will the winner of this match face? Will they face Cactus Jack? Will they face Shoji Nakamaki? We don't know, but those two men will face off next in a bed of nails death match as our plate of glass death match continues on between Terry Funk and Tiger Jeet Singh.
Funk just putting the bad mouth on Jeet Singh. He sends him down, and now the spinning toe hold from Terry Funk. But Tiger Jeet Singh goes to the eyes.
And it looks like he's pulling something out of his sock, Dave.
Tiger Jeet Singh known for putting many different weapons to use. And it looks like
he's got a shank.
He's got some sort of spike out of his boot. Tiger Jeet Singh with the spike in hand. Funk back to his feet. He's just measuring him and just jabbing away at Terry Funk with that spike.
He shanked him right in the neck, Dave Prazak, and he's gonna do it again.
You can see the arm of Terry Funk just twitching in pain. Jeet Singh looking to follow up, but what's that here? It's Cactus Jack! Cactus Jack inside the ring! And he's got that sword of Jeet Singh. Oh, and he knocks down Jeet Singh! He was going after Terry Funk! Hooks the leg! And Cactus trying to break up the pin attempt. A split second too late. Terry Funk has pinned Tiger Jeet Singh and advanced to the final.
I can't break away yet. I ever get free from this day. Push me up, set me up inside.
One fucking down. Two. And then son of a bitches are done. One more to go. One to go. One to go. Get it down if I can do it. If I'm lucky. Takes a lot of luck.
We're ready for our second of two semifinal matches here in the King of the Death Matches tournament. One of these two men will go on to the finals to face Terry Funk. It's Shoji Nakamaki versus Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Cactus Jack taking on the smartest man in the tournament, Nakamaki, who still has his arm and elbow taped up to try to protect himself from the carnage we're gonna see. This match is a bed of nails death match, and you know, you could literally die in this match if you're not careful. There's a bed of nails, they could go straight through you.
Well, you know, they call them death matches, but I don't think necessarily because you want to see your opponent die or you yourself want to be a fatality in the wrestling ring. It's more of a death-defying type of thing, that despite the fact that nails and broken glass and barbed wire and explosives are put to use during the course of the matches in this tournament, you still are able to walk away alive. It's death-defying wrestling that only guys that are as tough as a Cactus Jack or a Shoji Nakamaki can withstand and continue to compete in throughout their career.
but there's no guarantee, Dave, that either of these men will walk away from this matchup. Bed of nails, once they put the bed of nails to use, anything is possible.
Without a doubt, and you still have barbed wire around the ringside area as well that can be put to use. As Cactus Jack with the baseball slide, dropkick, face first into the barbed wire, goes Nakamaki.
And I don't even know if Cactus Jack was aware, as we see the bed of nails now.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he was aware that the barbed wire was even there. He was just trying to drop kick Nakamaki out of the ring, and Nakamaki happened to fall face first into the barbed wire.
And now he's got that barbed wire board, reversal of the whip, and Cactus Jack back first into the barbed wire, but comes charging right out and knocks Nakamaki off his feet.
Cactus Jack goes into the barbed wire, but it only served to fire him up as he exploded out and hit that clothesline, knocking Nakamaki down on the floor.
And it looks like we're going to see the bed of nails be put to use. It's Cactus Jack bringing it inside the ring.
And you look at those nails, Dave, they look to be 3 or 4 inches tall.
Blocking the suplex attempt, and Nakamaki suplexes Cactus Jack on the floor. And a headbutt from this position. Both men on their hands and knees. 2 headbutts from Nakamaki. And Cactus just throws the barbed wire board at the shoulder of Nakamaki, sending him down, and the barbed wire just stuck into his back.
And you saw Nakamaki tried to turn away, but the top of the barbed wire caught Nakamaki in the eye. And I think that eye may be cut now as Cactus Jack digs away at the head of Nakamaki with the barbed wire.
Cactus rolls back inside the ring. That bed of nails inside the ring, Nakamaki back to his feet on the floor. As Cactus with the bed of nails propped up in the corner. Nakamaki now. Cactus Jack just driving the head of Nakamaki and raking it across the heads of those nails.
But Nakamaki able to push Cactus Jack into the bed of nails, and Cactus Jack goes arm first into the nails.
The arm just driven right into the nails, and now back first into the nails as well.
And you see the lacerations on the arm of Cactus Jack after being sent into the bed of nails. As if the bed of nails is not enough, now Nakamaki is bringing in the barbed wire board.
Yeah, if you want to slide the barbed wire board into the ring, you might want to not have the barbed wire down on the canvas, but nobody said that these guys were geniuses.
Well, maybe Nakamaki wanted to cut up the ring mat.
It could be a case of him being a big moron, but yeah, anyway. Choking away now, tearing away at the face, the blood pouring into the eyes of Nakamaki. Got the barbed wire board placed across the back of Nakamaki. And this is wise for Cactus Jack as he gets a running start. And he drives down with all of his body weight, protecting himself with the other side of the board, while the barbed wire is digging into the flesh of Nakamaki and his back.
And the barbed wire now.
Cover. Oh, only 2. Gets his shoulder up.
Cactus Jack trying to contemplate his next move here. Starts to pick up the barbed wire board. Is he gonna suplex it onto Nakamaki?
Suplexes the board, just dropping the barbed wire right on top of Nakamaki, as well as all the weight of that board.
And now Cactus Jack pushes aside the barbed wire board. Could be setting up Nakamaki. No, instead opts to bring him to the outside. Nakamaki trying to hold on for dear life.
Look at the blood pouring out of the arm of Cactus Jack. Courtesy of that bed of nails, and now Nakamaki sent right on top of the nails. Really feeling the effects. Cactus Jack back out to the floor himself.
Cactus Jack picking up the bed of nails. Nakamaki in a bad spot here.
What could Cactus have in mind?
Cactus picking up Nakamaki. He set up the bed of nails. He's gonna try to slam him on the bed of nails.
Nakamaki able to block the attempt though. Cactus now with the bed of nails. And just dropping it on top of the body of Nakamaki. Underneath all of the weight of that board and the nails on top of him. Cactus Jack with the elbow off the apron. Driving the nails into the flesh of Nakamaki. And look at that maniacal smile on the face of Cactus.
Well, Cactus Jack is definitely not all there, Dave. And he just jumped off the apron with an elbow drop into the bed of nails. And Nakamaki must be punctured now all over his body.
Cover! He kicked out! How did he kick out? Cactus had so much momentum, so much height, and force driving those nails into the body of Nakamaki, but he's still fighting.
And Dave, Nakamaki proving to be an absolute warrior as he battles back with the headbutts and stumbles Cactus Jack into the other board of nails.
And just throwing Cactus repeatedly into the bed of nails and onto the barbed wire. Look at it, just tearing into the arm of Cactus Jack. Took a risk right there to Nakamaki. It did not pay off.
Nakamaki went for a splash, but Cactus moved out of the way. And Nakamaki went stomach first into the barbed wire board. And the barbed wire board actually gets caught on the ankle of Cactus Jack as Cactus tries to send Nakamaki into the corner.
Cactus in control. Looking for possibly a suplex. Nakamaki trying to use his leverage to block. Again, able to block the attempt at the suplex, but finally Cactus able to take him over with the suplex.
And the legs of Nakamaki sent into the barbed wire, allowing Cactus the time he needs to head to the second rope. Elbow drop connects right to the face of Nakamaki.
Goes for the cover. Nakamaki still staying in this match.
And the fans here at Kawasaki Stadium absolutely stunned by the heart of Nakamaki as he kicks out time and time again.
Cactus with yet another elbow drop. Hooks the leg. Not able to put him away.
But you can see Nakamaki so close to being finished off here. It may only take one more major blow from Cactus Jack to put him away.
Nakamaki trying to pull himself up, almost lifeless here. And just driving his own head into the turnbuckle and a headbutt for Cactus. Another headbutt from Nakamaki. And again. Series of headbutts. He's got Cactus Jack, DDT! And the barbed wire clinging in onto the body of Cactus Jack, but he kicks out.
Cactus Jack trying to make his way back to his feet here. Can he do so before Nakamaki? Cactus was dropped on his head with that DDT, but Nakamaki's taking so much punishment. Double arm DDT in the barbed wire.
That's gotta be it, cover! And your finals of the King of the Deathmatches tournament is set. It will be Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack.
Set two? How much more do you want from me? This is my night, not yours. It's not your night, so you get that camera out of my face, but not before I say. The next time, Terry Funk, we separate the men from the boy. No, we don't. We separate the men from the old bastards. So you take a look at a real man, Terry Funk, and when I'm through with you, I'll take a look at a real dead man. Bang, bang.
一回りも二回りもこの半年で俺がこうマオマオしてた間にもうずっと先行っちゃってた。全然及ばないですね。僕はバカバカしてから弟が来て、その間にも向こうは全然遠いとこ行っちゃった。また僕も次のシーズンからもう一からやり直してやりますよ。
そして週刊ブラウス山本隆編集長より花束の授与でございます。それではここでジプシー上より一言皆様にご挨拶申し上げます。
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity that IWA gave me, especially Mr. Yamamoto, who spoke to the promoter, and he wants me to come back once more to Japan. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Quiñones, which I love like my son. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate you wrestling fans, that I love you, and I love Japan. Thank you very much.
それではジプシー上に敬意を表しまして10カウントゴングを行います。皆様ご起立ください。ありがとうございました。それではミスタージプシー上にもう一度大きな拍手を。IWA 世界タッグ選手権試合60分一本勝負。青コーナー800パウンドザ・ヘッドハンターズ、赤コーナーチャンピオンチーム230パウンドエル・デハンナー、同じく235パウンドシルバー・キングメキコ。
The Headhunters to take on El Texano and Silver King in tag team competition.
Yeah, and Dave, Silver King and El Texano are defending their IWA World Tag Team Championship against the massive Headhunters.
What's Texano even thinking, trying to body slam the Headhunters? Two massive individuals. Headbutts now on the apron here. And down he goes for the cover right away. Only gets two.
Silver King stuck in the middle of the two massive Headhunters.
Identical twins and fearsome individuals, to say the least.
And Dave, they don't even have names. They're just the Headhunters.
You can call them A and B if you want, but they look exactly alike, and they both drive down with simultaneous headbutts.
Silver King was just the victim of an A-B sandwich. And El Texano's got to find a way to help his partner here. or their championship is going to be in serious jeopardy.
Silver King crawls to the corner, makes the tag. Texano in. Shot to the midsection and forearm strikes now to the jaw of one of the headhunters. Comes charging with the clothesline, but only rocks the big man. Overhand chop, conventional chop. But one clothesline from the headhunter takes him down. There's only so much you can do to try to take a man as large as the headhunters off of his feet. Big flapjack, drop chest first down to the mat.
And a splash leg drop combination. Texano could be out. The leg drop right to the back of the head.
Cover, but Silver King in to make the save. Silver King and Texano now trying to double team the headhunter. Just driving down with all of his body weight on the lower back. Out to the floor he goes.
Silver King using his quickness there. Here comes Texano.
Takes him down with the dive. And Silver King soars as well.
Springboard cross body to the outside. Knocks down the headhunter.
And for big dudes, they certainly can fly.
Dave Prazak, you've got to be kidding me. The headhunter, somersault plancha to the outside. Absolutely unbelievable.
Double team work right here from Silver King and Texano. Running clothesline in the corner. Now all the way up top. Silver King with the missile drop kick to the back, right into the clothesline from Texano. Cover.
And if you're Silver King and Texano, that's what you gotta do to defeat the headhunters. You gotta double team them, take them apart one at a time. And right now, the Yudahishi Juji Gatami applied. Will the headhunter tap out? He's trying to snap his arm.
Not giving it up. Referee asking if he's had enough. Just really wrenching down on that arm. A lot of pressure put on the shoulder right here. Releases the hold, decides to change it up a little bit. Again, trying to go for the body slam. Not a wise move.
And the headhunter able to power out. Sends Texano off the ropes. Sunset flip.
Again, not a wise move. Went to sit down on Texano. But he moved out of harm's way, hooked that leg tight, but couldn't keep him down. In comes Silver King. Besides, double team work would be a better idea than trying to do it by himself, but look at the strength of the headhunter, able to suplex both of his opponents all by himself.
Silver King and Texano have got to be besides themselves here. They tried to do a double team suplex, and one man took both of them over, but they try again and they get it. Persistence pays off for Silver King and El Texano.
The headhunter laid out on his back. Silver King and Texano, both to the top rope. But they only get two. Looking to follow up now. Going for the headbutt, but he's got such a hard head, they did more damage to themselves than to their opponent. Big body slam from the headhunter. Body slamming both of Los Cowboys.
Los Cowboys are in trouble here. Big splash.
And keep your eye on the other headhunter. Moonsault! Nobody home. Silver King able to get out of harm's way. Again, such great agility for men the size of the headhunters to be able to do backflips off the top rope. Sent across the ring into the buckle, but moves out of the way. The headhunter collides with the turnbuckle.
And now Texano, visibly frustrated, just can't think of anything he can do to put away one of the headhunters.
Silver King sent over the barricade and into the front row. as Texano biting away on the head of the other headhunter inside the ring.
But Texano's in trouble as Silver King is still in the crowd, and both headhunters on the prowl here.
It leaves both of the headhunters double team headbutt. And now he is just at the mercy of the headhunters. Is Texano, as Silver King trying to crawl back toward the ring, trying to get his balance up on the second rope. These headhunters are massive. Double team strategy here from the headhunters. Sit out, powerbomb off the ropes, cover. And too little, too late, as Silver King dove in to try to break up the pin attempt. We have new tag team champions in IWA Japan in the Headhunters.
Tarzan Goto, a very interesting competitor, to say the least. You know, he's a man that fights in and out of the ring and uses all types of foreign objects out there. So I have to expect the unexpected when I step in or out of the ring with Tarzan Goto, is what my game plan is going into this match.
Here's the opening bell. Dan the Beast Severn, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, to put the title on the line against Tarzan Goto. And it's starting off as just a fight, a slap across the face, and out to the floor goes Goto.
And Dan Severn, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, almost immediately attacking the referee. Very uncharacteristic for Dan Severn.
And Goto's got a chair. As Dan Severn knows, Goto, a deathmatch style wrestler these days, will grab an object, put it to use, much like the deathmatch wrestlers we are seeing in the tournament here this evening. And Dan Severn, known for just being a straight up fighter, not necessarily using weapons, he fights with his hands. And Tarzan Goto now trying to choke out Dan Severn with this sleeper. Just tosses Goto overhead, and out to the floor he goes.
And Dan Severn, we heard his comments earlier tonight. He realizes that Tarzan Goto is going to be looking to fight both inside and outside of the ring, and Dan Severn is fully prepared to do the same.
Dan Severn won the NWA World title from Chris Candido at an event in Erlanger, Kentucky, taking that title around the world and defending it against the best wrestlers from around the world. And Tarzan Goto looking to make history here in Kawasaki Stadium as the NWA World title on the line.
And not only is Dan Severn the heavyweight champion of the world in professional wrestling, he recently won a mixed martial arts competition at the 5th UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship tournament.
And you saw that prize carried to the ring by Dan Severn along with the NWA World title as he goes after the leg of Tarzan Goto. Trying to strike Dan Severn to force him to release the hold as he really wrenches up on that leg. Goto kicking Severn in the chest. Jockeying for position, who's going to be able to maintain a hold here? As Goto comes up with a half crab.
And Goto may pose the largest threat to Dan Severn's reign as NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, as he's taken the fight to Severn and has knocked Severn to the floor.
There's some vicious stomps from Tarzan Goto, and the world champion feeling the effects. Goto just waiting for Dan Severn to get back inside the ring, trying to shake off the effects. But Severn back in. Big clothesline. Down he goes. You got to be impressed with Tarzan Goto. Dan Severn, one of the toughest men in the world today. And he's at the mercy at this point of Tarzan Goto.
It's been approximately 5 years since a man of Japanese descent has held the NWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. And Dan Severn, you gotta think, is gonna do everything in his power to try to bring this title back to the United States. But Tarzan Goto certainly has the home field advantage here in Kawasaki Stadium.
Going after the arm of Dan Severn. He rolls forward, though, to relieve the pressure. Severn with the hands locked to prevent extension on this hold here. And trying to use his leverage to force the shoulders against the canvas. Knee strikes now from Dan Severn, repeatedly to the side of the head of Tarzan Goto. Clubbing down across the back of the head and the neck. He's looking to choke him out.
Rear naked choke here from Dan Severn. This could be it. We've seen him beat many opponents with this in both pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. Tarzan Goto could be out, and the fans here at Kawasaki Stadium are stunned.
Tarzan Goto could be out here. The referee checking on his condition. Severn will not release the hold. Finally rolling all the way to the floor. Goto able to escape the clutches of Dan Severn.
Goto, almost out of just desperation, rolled out of the ring. It was his only way to escape the rear naked choke.
And he just broke a bottle on the ring post. Well, so much for going strike for strike with Dan Severn. Just as Severn expected out of Goto, he's going to put weapons to use, and Severn trying to block that broken bottle with the chair.
Headlock takeover over the guardrail as we see Tarzan Goto kind of mix together amateur skills with his deathmatch style as well. And they're in the crowd going at it.
Oh, this has turned into a straight-out fight.
Full mount from Tarzan Goto. Dan Severn tries to flip over as they fight in the chairs. And now half guard from Tarzan Goto as he chokes away at the throat of Dan Severn.
Chair in hand, just swinging down and repeatedly beating against the body of Dan Severn with the chair. Tarzan Goto just laying him out. Another chair just launches it at the fallen Dan Severn.
Dan Severn has defended the heavyweight championship of the world of professional wrestling all over the world in numerous promotions, and the top fighters in every fighting art have come to the United States to meet in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and Dan Severn defeated them all. But has Dan Severn ever faced someone as crazy as Tarzan Goto? Has he ever faced someone as dangerous as Tarzan Goto as he continues to throw chairs on Dan Severn?
Well, Severn's still down underneath a pile of chairs. Goto, blood may be pouring down his face, but he's inside the ring and just waiting for the world champion to get back in the ring. Severn's got chairs in hand, and he's just launching them at the ring, trying to hit Tarzan Goto.
And it's almost as if the violence of Tarzan Goto, all the punishment he inflicted, has unleashed the beast in Dan Severn.
Just whipping chair after chair. Look at how far he's launching those chairs into the ring. He's throwing them like frisbees. Tarzan Goto standing inside the ring with one chair in hand. Severn still whipping chairs from the floor.
Well, thank goodness the ring has ropes, Dave, as most of the chairs have been deflected back down to the outside. But that has not deterred Dan Severn. He is absolutely relentless with his chair throwing.
Tarzan Goto takes a swing with that chair. Severn moved out of harm's way, asking the referee to back him up. As everyone around ringside very cautious and concerned, including Phyllis Lee. Swinging away, oh, but he goes after the knee of Tarzan Goto with the chair. And both men swinging chairs at the same time. Dueling chair swings. And Severn with the suplex. Belly to belly from Dan Severn. He's got Goto down. Pulls down the knee pad, going for the knee drop. Nobody home.
Tarzan Goto able to make it back to the outside of the ring. Pulling on the leg of Dan Severn, trying to bring him to the outside as well. And then now, just a big right hand to the forehead.
And using that chair on the knee of Dan Severn now. Swinging away at the arm as well. Jabbing the chair into the arm. The referee trying to ask Goto to put the chair down, but he's going to use whatever he can get his hands on here. Severn struggling to get back up. Repeated chair shots to the back of Dan Severn. But he's back up and tried to block that chair shot, but it just took him down. You just saw the eyes of Severn roll into the back of his head.
And Tarzan Goto needs to try to attempt a pin. He's picking up Severn once again, but you gotta pin the man to beat him.
Big clothesline sends him down. We could have a new world champion right here. Cover. Severn kicks out. Headbutt from Tarzan Goto. We see a pile driver. Dropping him down chest first.
What a pancake by Goto.
Only two. Tarzan Goto headbutt for Severn once again. We see another pile driver. Now he drops him down once again. Chest first.
That's the second pancake by Goto. Only able to get one?
Again, Dan Severn kicking out. Gotta hand it to Severn. Even through the use of weapons and everything, he's continuing to kick out. High impact maneuver from the Beast. Buys him a little bit of time to try to shake off the effects. Both men trying to get back up. Severn ducks the attempt. German suplex.
What a throw by Dan Severn. And now he's got rear position, rolls him over. Could he go for the rear naked choke again? I think he's got it locked in, Dave. There it is, Goto trying to fight it.
This could be it right here. Referee checking on the condition of Tarzan Goto. He looks out. Severn still with the hold cinched in. Referee checking on Goto's condition. If he has any life left in him. And Dan Severn stands victorious.
The NWA belt was on the line. Next time I face you, I want the IWA belt on the line also. 수반, 안 돼, 막 우리 분들 IWA 저리 다니지 잘 좀 하구나. 그게 아니라 IWA 이러다 보니 다이들은 걸 너를 다이들 왔다.
Tonight's match was a very hard-fought battle. Tarzan Goro come out there. I knew, and just stepping in the ring, this was going to be a test of great skill out there. Tarzan Goro is a great warrior. He will use all means to claim victory, whether it be inside the ring or outside the ring. Early on in the match, he tried to bring me outside the ring. I wanted to keep the action inside because I knew once we did step outside, he would be looking for an object, more primarily a chair. I never expected him to bring a bottle back to me. So I was fighting, not only was I fighting for an NWA title, I literally was fighting for my life out there.
The finals of the King of the Deathmatches tournament has arrived. It's Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack with a whole lot of stipulations to this one. The ring ropes have been replaced with barbed wire. We've got barbed wire covered boards with explosives added as a wrestler is sent on top of those barbed wire boards inside of the ring. They will explode. Plus we have those bombs, for lack of a better term, on the floor around the ring that are set to go off after a certain amount of time has expired during the course of this matchup. A whole lot of toys for these two men to utilize against their opponent in this match.
And Dave, who would have thought that two Americans would go to the finals here in Japan at Kawasaki Stadium to crown the king of the death matches, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk. The finals are contested with no ropes. It's an explosive barbed wire fireboard time bomb death match. And say that 10 times fast if you can.
Time bomb death match. And this is not the first time that Terry Funk has competed in such a match where after time has expired, the outside of the ring area basically explodes.
Very dangerous matchup, Dave, as literally the guys can be blown to smithereens.
If the explosion is large enough and if they are in a dangerous enough position close to the edge of the ring to feel the full effect of the explosion, it could be a bad situation for these wrestlers as Cactus Jack rolls underneath the barbed wire and back inside the ring. And we've got one of those barbed wire covered boards in the center of the ring.
And Dave, these are two professionals. These are the two best deathmatch wrestlers in the entire world. And let's hope for their sake that when the bombs go off, they're able to get out of the way.
And just driving the forehead of Terry Funk into the barbed wire. Tearing away at the flesh. He tried to have his head bandaged up as much as possible from his first two matches today as part of this tournament. Both of these men have lacerations all over their bodies, their heads, their backs, their arms. You name it, they've probably got cut during the course of their first two matches.
Cactus Jack has Terry Funk hooked. He could be looking to suplex him into the barbed wire, but Terry Funk counters, and the flesh of Cactus Jack meets the barbed wire for the first time in this matchup. And Terry Funk has the advantage here, but both men still in the danger zone. There's barbed wire everywhere, and they better be careful for those barbed wire boards, because if you land on one of those, it's gonna explode.
Terry Funk struggling to stay on his feet as Cactus Jack continues to fire away. He's got him rocked, and there's the first explosion. Look at the fire.
Terry Funk blew up.
Could be it right here. He's going for the cover.
That's gotta be it. He landed on the, no,
He kicked out.
he landed on the barbed wire board. He was right in the middle of it while it exploded. We saw his back on fire, and somehow, some way, Dave, he kicked out.
Once again, Cactus Jack trying to utilize the barbed wire just to rake it across the flesh of Terry Funk. And as Cactus came charging, Funk out of the corner of his eye saw it and moved out of the way, and Cactus meant nothing but the barbed wire.
That Cactus put his own body on the line, going for that elbow drop, and when Terry Funk moved out of the way, Cactus Jack landed arm first in the barbed wire, and that arm is now lacerated.
Oh, Terry Funk butterflying the arms of Cactus Jack. Butterfly suplex.
And Cactus Jack able to twist his body in midair to avoid the board, but he can't avoid the barbed wire. Arm first he goes, and we saw there it's stuck right into the skin. He's still stuck to the barbed wire.
And it does neither of these men much good. The fact that they've got long hair in a barbed wire matchup, all it takes is their hair to get tangled into the barbed wire, and you've got nowhere to go. It's either pull your hair out of your head or stay stuck in the barbed wire for your opponent to unleash more punishment.
Well, Terry Funk was at least smart enough to tie up the hair in the back of his head as he goes for another peel, and there he goes. Cactus Jack has now suffered one of the exploding boards.
And you can still see some of the fire from the explosion on the board amidst the barbed wire. You can see the arm of Cactus Jack heavily taped up, trying to keep those lacerations from earlier in the tournament from being busted open once again. Pile driver by Terry Funk.
And you gotta wonder, Terry Funk getting a little thin on top. Maybe some of these barbed wire matches he's been in the back has just pulled his hair out.
Could be, as Terry Funk now with one of the barbed wire boards propped up against the barbed wire ropes. Another pile driver snaps the board in half and does even more damage to Cactus Jack. And look at the arm of Cactus Jack as well, lacerated on the underneath portion of his arm.
And Terry Funk picking up Cactus Jack. You see blood everywhere, lacerations everywhere. The clothing of these competitors starting to rip apart. Oh, what a left hand. Knocks down Cactus Funk into the barbed wire. Cactus is down from a Terry Funk left cross.
Oh, and his hair is stuck in the barbed wire, and look at that, his hair on the barbed wire. He had to just pull it right out of his head in order to break free.
Terry Funk pulls Cactus into the center of the ring. He has him head first and sends him into the barbed wire board. The body and face of Cactus Jack goes crashing into the barbed wire once again.
Funk with the cover, but Cactus Jack kicks out.
And the referee certainly in a lot of danger in a matchup like this too. He could accidentally end up in the barbed wire. He could accidentally get caught up in the explosion when the time bomb goes off. Whenever that is, and what a throw from from Terry Funk, excuse me, throwing the board all the way to the floor and connecting on Cactus Jack.
Pounding away on the head of Terry Funk. Both men on the floor now. Whatever Cactus Jack can get his hands on, he's putting to use here against Terry Funk.
I think that was some rolled up barbed wire that they used to set the ring up for this matchup.
Just lays the board on top of Terry Funk, and another elbow drop from Cactus Jack.
And the weight of Cactus Jack breaks that barbed wire board. Cactus Jack pulls it off of Terry Funk. And Cactus Jack now, out of nowhere, in control of this matchup.
You see that ominous black box right next to them, as over the barricade And into the crowd goes Cactus Jack. That black box right up against the ring is one of the explosives, the time bomb deathmatch portion of your main event here. The finals of the King of the Deathmatches tournament, which will explode before the end of this one.
And let's give some credit to these IWA Japan fans that have paid their hard-earned money to sit ringside. We've had so much action spill into the crowd.
Spinning toe hold.
Really got to give these fans credit for the bravery of putting themselves in harm's way as the Funkster twisting away at the knee of Cactus Jack. Will Cactus Jack give it up? He's trying to punch his way out of it.
Oh, but here comes Tiger Jeet Singh underneath the barbed wire and landing a shot in on Terry Funk. Tiger Jeet Singh now doing a number on Terry Funk. Referee trying to tell him to stop attacking Funk, but there's not much the referee can do.
And what is Tiger Jeet Singh doing here? We're supposed to have the finals between Cactus Jack and Terry Funk, and Tiger Jeet Singh has no business being in the ring during this matchup.
Well, we saw Cactus Jack try to help. Oh, just chest and face first into the explosion, and the barbed wire goes Terry Funk. Well, we saw earlier in the tournament, Tiger Jeet Singh and Cactus Jack trying to help one another. We're seeing it again here in the finals. Cover! Only two! Funk gets his shoulder up.
Spinning neckbreaker, not enough to put away Terry Funk.
Double arm DDT!
Drop the Funkster right on top of his head.
Again, he gets his shoulder up.
We hear the ring announcer counting down the time bomb.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there's the explosion. Thankfully for Cactus Jack, he's all the way out on the floor, and Terry Funk, thankfully in the center of the ring. Neither man suffered the brunt of the explosion as they were not toward the edge of the ring or right over the exploding bombs.
Terry Funk and Cactus Jack catch a break there. As you said, Terry Funk in the center, and Cactus Jack, he didn't know where the explosion was going to be, so he just ran away.
Very safe decision on Cactus's part. As another explosion as Cactus Jack just dumped on the barbed wire board. The bandage is coming off of his arm.
Cactus Jack somehow able to crawl after taking that backdrop suplex onto the exploding board. But Cactus unable to get to his feet, rolls to the outside. Now he's up. Not quite sure if he knows where he is though.
Well, that blood is going right into his eyes, just covering the face of Cactus Jack, and Terry Funk looking at his own hands that have been shredded thanks to this barbed wire. It's unbelievable the type of punishment that these two men are putting their own bodies through for the sake of bragging rights to be able to call themselves the king of the death matches.
Now a ladder in the ring. No, don't do it. Head first. The ladder goes right into Terry Funk's head, and Terry Funk could be knocked out here.
And suplexing the ladder on top of Funk. Blood all over the ladder. Funk is down on his back, covered by Cactus. How did Funk kick out?
Cactus Jack setting up the ladder. He's already hit Terry Funk in the head with it. He's already suplexed the ladder onto Terry Funk's legs. And now Cactus Jack is climbing up the ladder. Terry Funk could be out. Who even knows if he can stand after having that ladder fall on his knees?
You know, you've heard the phrase, the Crimson Mask. Now is about as fitting as ever. Just covered in blood, cover. He gets his shoulder up once again. The elbow drop off the ladder from Cactus Jack, but he can't put Terry Funk away.
Elbow drop from the heavens from Cactus Jack off the ladder, and he's going back up. I don't know how Terry Funk kicked out after that elbow drop.
And that ladder not too sturdy at this point. And Terry Funk knocks the ladder over and sends Cactus into the barbed wire.
And Cactus Jack at this point has lost so much blood. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. And the same can be said for Terry Funk. And Cactus Jack now goes for a cover.
And that is 3. We have the winner of the King of the Deathmatches tournament in Cactus Jack. It is unbelievable just what kind of punishment these two wrestlers were able to endure through 3 matches in the course of 1 day's time, putting their bodies on the line, letting their opponents shred their flesh on barbed wire, broken glass, utilizing tables, chairs, ladders, explosions, you name it. Look at the face of Cactus Jack, the pool of blood on the canvas. And he is your winner, your king of the death matches, Cactus Jack. For Jared David, I'm Dave Prazak. We thank you for joining us on the World Wrestling Network and Big Vision Entertainment's home video release of the King of the Death Matches.
第1回デスマッチトーナメント優勝はカクタスジャック選手に決定いたしました。
There's a feeling deep in my stomach because I was happy in the United States. I was happy there until Terry Funk signed with IWA. Terry Funk signed with IWA. The Japanese press has called me the American Onita for the past 5 years, and that's great. But when Terry Funk came to the IWA, I didn't see a chance to make money. I saw a chance to finally sleep at night. Because the name Terry Funk has ate away in my guts for the last 3 years, because no matter how good I was, no matter how dangerous I was, Tiger,
That's right.
I knew in my heart I've never beaten Terry Funk. And in my heart I didn't know if I could. It was a quest. And now, with my body battered, at last maybe I can find peace, Tiger. Because I've beaten Terry Funk. I've beaten Terry Funk.
There'll be many, many more times, you know. This is not the only one, you know. There'll be many, many more times.
King of the death match. I don't feel like a king. I felt like shaking Terry Funk's hand. He walked up on me. He was hurt. Well, so am I, Terry.